Aloha, I'm Jeremy Starkey, and this is my favorite building that Tadao Ando designed, the Tokyo Skytree. The sheer magnitude is probably the reason I chose the Skytree as my favorite building that Tadao Ando designed. It is the tallest building in Japan and the tallest tower in the world. Primarily constructed of concrete and steel bar, and a coarse glass, so you can take in the amazing views from two different observation decks. The whole project started on July 14, 2008, where a ceremony was held at the site to mark the beginning of construction. On August 7th of 2009, the tower reached a height of 328 feet. On July 30th, 2010, the tower topped 1,312 feet. On March 1st, 2011, the tower reaches 1,982 feet, surpassing the Canton Tower to become the world's largest tower, and it has yet to be completed. At 1:34 p.m. on Leap Year Day, the 29th of February in 2012, construction was complete, and the tower's final height was 2,080 feet. Here's a fun fact. The tower's completion was delayed by 2 months from the original schedule because of shortage of supplies due to the effects of the 2011 Japanese earthquake and tsunamis. The Skytree survived these before it was even completed. Surprisingly, the Skytree has no residence. Instead, its main purpose is served as a telecommunications tower for broadcasting and receiving TV and radio signals. But my favorite part is the observation decks. There are two of them. The first one is called the Tembo Deck, and is the lower one of the two. It is 1,312 feet high and has 3 floors. On the first floor is the cafe, with a glass floor so you can look all the way down. The second floor is where you'll find the Musashi Sky restaurant, which is a French-Japanese fusion cuisine. The top floor is an observation deck featuring tall, broad windows with some of the best panoramic views of the city. From there, you head up to the second deck, called the Timbo Gallery, and at 1,476 feet, it is dubbed the world's highest skywalk. It consists of a sloping spiral ramp that gains in height as it circles the tower. Even though this is my favorite part of the tower, it's not what makes the Skytree special. I found this video on YouTube that does a great job of explaining the Skytree's special feature. Let's check it out.
In Tokyo area, the big earthquake occurred. That is a challenge for us to design such a high-rise structure.
To stabilize the tower, engineers rely on fluid dampers developed during NASA's Apollo space program and from something closer to home. The engineer's first step in controlling the shake of the tower centers around an ancient earthquake-proof structure called a Japanese pagoda. A flexible earthquake-dampening central pole called a shinbashira stabilizes this tiered wooden structure. Skytree's engineers are emulating this ancient technology, creating an enormous 1,200-foot concrete column set on 6 giant rubber bearings.
Now we are here at the bottom of the core column. I came up with the core column system because there is a Shibashira in Japan.
And sandwiched between this mass and the tower's steel structure lies the Apollo-inspired fluid dampers.
The upper half of the core column is connected with the oil damper to the steel structure.
Situated between 410 and 1230 feet, the series of fluid dampers control the movement of the freestanding 11,000-ton concrete core and the steel exoskeleton throughout a seismic event.
During the earthquake, the core column designed to shake just a little bit slower compared with steel towers. That condition is a reason why the core column system reduced the vibration of the Tokyo Sky Tree.
The different vibration cycles of the central column and steel frame can counteract the vibration of the entire tower.
If the oil damper isn't installed, the core column will collide the steel structure. The core column will collapse.
The system is so effective, it reduces an earthquake's vibration by 50%, meaning Skytree will survive Tokyo's most severe seismic activity, the likes of which is only expected once every 1,000 years.
The vibration control system is a unique system for Tokyo Sky Tree. This is the first one in the world.
It's hard to think about changing the Skytree. It's such a complex building. And when the sun goes down, it looks even more amazing lit up. I guess if I could change anything, I'd have it built right here on the Big Island so we could all enjoy it without having to go to Japan. Last, I want to leave you with this interesting article that I discovered about time acceleration. It's one of Einstein's general theories of relativity. It says that time moves slower where gravity is heavier and faster where there is less gravity. It's under that logic that the University of Tokyo's quantum electronics professor Hidetoshi Katori wanted to see what happened to the flow of time at the Skytree's 1,476-foot observation deck. Using an optical lattice clock, that's a clock that's accurate to 1 second difference over 30 billion years, Katori and his team took measurements, and they did discover that time is indeed moving faster on the observatory deck than it is at street level. For each second that passed on the surface, the researchers found that an extra 5 trillionths of a second had elapsed on the Skytree's observation deck. That blew me away. This building actually proved one of Einstein's theories. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did.